Come and join us as we roam. We're taking our 6 kids and leaving home. We're the Adventure Kings.
We are the Adventure Kings. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a while.
It's been a minute, but we are officially in
Rome,
India.
Oh, right.
We are in India, and we're excited to give an update at the end of week 1 of our stays. We have had high highs and low lows and a lot of things in between. So quick recap. We drove the 5 hours from Iowa to Chicago with my dad and his girlfriend and Matt's mom and stepdad in 2 cars, an U-Haul trailer, and our 18 pieces of checked luggage, 7 roll-on carry-ons.
It's like PTSD.
7 backpacks, a diaper bag, and 2 strollers.
This is because of this trip so far.
No, you're just bald anyway. 7 backpacks, diaper bag, and 2 strollers. And we stayed the night before in Great Wolf Lodge, and then we flew out on Monday morning, direct from Chicago to New Delhi, which is the capital of India. It was about 15 and a half hours. And then we had a very traumatic experience in Delhi with customs. And then we had another 2.5-hour flight from Delhi into Mumbai, which is the city that we are living in. So that's kind of a quick recap of our travels here. Maybe we talk about a little bit how it actually went, some tips and tricks and things.
I think some tips and tricks are great. So I would say the first thing is we thought one long flight to India would be best and then a short flight here.
Because in the past, we've always had to stop in Europe.
So like
we've
2
stopped in
7-hour flights.
Switzerland, we've stopped in Germany, a couple other places.
Yeah.
A little longer than 7, like 8
Whatever,
and 10, I think.
It's not that much longer.
So it was a couple extra hours and, 2 long flights. We thought, we have to get the kids off of one long flight and another. It'll be traumatic. Turns out it was a bad call because customs in Delhi was awful. And
well, because when you get to Delhi, we're staying in the country, so now we have to go through customs to get to a domestic flight. Whereas if you fly through Europe, you don't have to get all your bags, you just wait in the airport for your next flight. So we had to collect
all like 30-something bags and 6 exhausted kids after a 15-hour flight.
And an exhausted wife.
I was done. And then explain our visas, which they didn't like that our kids had certain types of visas.
Only one of our kids, actually. The other 2, they're like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Different guy.
Literally exhausted. I mean, it was kind of like a taste of India at its finest, honestly. It's like different people have different rules, portray the rules differently. We've kind of learned that's how it works. Anyway,
that's the biggest tip so far.
The kids did phenomenal. Like none of their TV screens work. Also, Air India, I don't think was the best choice because I don't think they're necessarily up on the technology. The kids didn't really like any of the food because it's airplane food and it's Indian. It just wasn't necessarily a great fit. But we had the bassinet. So if you have kids under 1 or under 2, and you get the front row of the economy section, you actually get a bassinet that goes on the wall. We'll show you in a video in a minute. And so Tatum did phenomenal. All the other kids did great, except that Easton fell asleep without you really thinking.
She went potty like 7,000 times.
Okay, she always sleeps in a pull-up. So I said to Matt, probably should get a pull-up on her. He's like, she's gone potty so much.
And then she fell asleep next to me. And then Case fell asleep, but then he woke up and he wanted to sit in my lap. So I scoot Easton over, put him over, and I'm like, why is my seat warm and wet? Sure enough, because she had an accident. But in one of our 76,000 pieces of luggage on the plane, we had some extra clothes. So
that was like something I just like felt like we needed to do was everybody need an extra outfit in case we lost our luggage, in case we got stuck, in case somebody threw up or something. And so we had extra outfit for everyone, which saved the day.
It did.
We got her changed, and honestly, they did phenomenal. We had literally like 14 pieces of snacks in everybody's bag, which was also key. They have plenty of snacks the whole time. They had their iPads, thank God, because the screens weren't working. They slept pretty darn well when we said it was bedtime. We kind of curled up and
as good as you can on the airplane, right?
But they probably got like
way more than me.
8 or 9. We probably got I bet I got 1.5, maybe.
I think 8
the
or
whole
9 is
time.
I don't think they got much.
Anyway,
Yeah.
they did pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I was exhausted, and when I get exhausted, I get really, really nauseous. So I'm like
And emotional.
literally laying on the floor of the Delhi airport, sound asleep. Like somebody could have stolen our children. I would have never known. I was so out of it, but trying not to barf.
I had the children, no worries. I had them, except for Kaylee because she was sleeping
On the floor
curled
next
up
to me.
in Bailey's arms. So
So the kids are phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
6 kids. It could have been so ugly, but they actually did.
it couldn't have been much better. Let's be real. Like it could have been a lot worse. It couldn't have been much
Watch
better.
out when every time you do that, it was the thing.
Right? I mean, it was,
Yeah.
I would say, I mean,
It was that good.
it was that good.
Tinley had some tears.
So did you.
Yeah, airport drop off with our parents.
Tears all around.
Was rough. My kids had never seen my dad cry, so that was
He
heartbreaking.
wasn't crying. His eyes were wandering.
Allergies or something.
Yeah.
Matt's mom was a mess. I was a mess. Kinley was a mess. All of our kids, except the 3 littles, were crying. Yeah. And to picture it, we'll put a video in. It's literally all the older 3 kids. So everybody over 8. And Matt and I with full
there's pictures
luggage
covered.
carts up to your eyes, plus everybody with a backpack and a wheeled carry-on and a stroller.
But the worst
It
part,
was just a lot. I would say one of our biggest mistakes is that we had a carry-on and a suitcase and a backpack for all the kids. It was way too much. We couldn't handle it. When they didn't want to pull it, it was just too much. Now,
what we
to
had
be
to,
fair-
it's because what our circumstances were moving here. So we needed everything
We
we could take.
have to, but we were so well prepared. Like we've been here a week and a half now. There's
Yeah.
basically nothing that we forgot except Matt's suit. That's his own fault.
It was on purpose.
Like we've been so well prepared. We felt very at home immediately. Like our packing was spot on,
No, it's great.
but it was just so, I wish we would have had less to bring because it was having all that to get through security and stuff. It was too much.
Sorry, I
And
would say
also Air India weighs your carry-ons,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is a hoot because this lady literally hated us in Chicago with the Air India desk. So we checked the stroller. It was in a bag. Well, she wanted us to open the bag to make sure there was nothing but a stroller in there.
hashtag
There
more
was.
than just a stroller.
I had like cloth diapers and stuff shoved in there.
All stuff for the baby, actually.
Yeah.
It was all baby stuff.
So then she was pissed that was in there. So I went to take that all out. Then she wanted us to weigh our carry-ons. They can only be like,
10 kg, 20 pounds ish.
yeah, these suckers were, I literally were 35 pounds.
I think, yeah.
Because we had their
I-
school books because they were very heavy. Anyway, so she was like, okay, well now you have to push your bags, your carry-ons to weigh them. And I was like, oh, hell no.
So I put, like, a
was
couple
just
of lighter ones
done.
up.
So I was like, Matt, grab the white one. The pink one is light. She grabs the pink one and puts it up. I grabbed the kids with the 6 other carry-ons. I roll out left and we just flee towards security. And I
And
didn't
then-
even care. I didn't even feel one bit bad. I'm a very good human. I didn't even care. I was so done. She was so like she had no sympathy to try and help us. But
Yeah.
but all the other 18 bags were within 3/4 of a pound of the limit, and we didn't get dinged for any of that. So that
Yeah,
was super
which is
nice.
actually surprising.
Yeah.
Another mistake we made, we're towing the U-Haul trailer behind a van. So imagine pulling up to terminal with that situation. Well, like right at the very beginning was a nice big opening for all of us. We could park right there. So we parked there, unloaded, said our goodbyes, got these cars, and it's like, okay, let's go inside and push. Well, we're at the very opposite end of where we needed to be. So now we're inside this terminal
Packed.
walking.
And it's packed.
I'm going to say it was a 10-mile walk, uphill both ways.
Probably it was a good 15
Quarter
minutes.
minutes?
Yeah.
Quarter mile.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
With 5
a long
kids.
ways with
pushing
5 kids.
cars.
Other,
We should have got out, checked where we needed to be, and parked right there.
yeah, a lot
Not
of
that
the
big a
people
deal.
trying to
It's
get in different lines. We're trying to just keep going, and but we made it.
We made it. So yeah, that's travel day. And then we got here to Mumbai. doTERRA was so gracious. They had 2 cars waiting for us just for our luggage. And then our driver, Naveen, was here with the car that we're renting for him to drive. So he scooted us into the car to get the air and rest. Matt and the other guys got luggage in. We showed up to our apartment about
Well, we got to
10.
explain some of that. We'll watch the video.
Sure. Sure. And then week one, I mean, the first few days, Kinley and I especially dealt with a lot of tears, a lot of homesickness. But we got into some doTERRA events we needed to do. And we got to the pool, we got some sun.
We had some 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. parties the first couple days.
First night we all slept like rocks. We were
Crazy.
so tired.
Yeah.
Second night was rough. 1 to 4, we were up with all the kids.
Yeah.
Looking for snacks and all the things.
Which we didn't have. And,
then night 3, we took the doTERRA sleep pill. We all got back on schedule. We were good to go from there. And honestly, like week 1, it has been 100 times better than I thought it would be. Yes, we've had tears. Like I've laid at night and just cried some nights just because I miss our family.
I was sleeping, I think.
So silly, but like Kinley and I miss our cats so much. But like we have really been blessed with like an amazing house helper. You'll see in the video, she cooks lunch and dinner 5 days a week and then cleans and does laundry and then takes the kids to games or whatnot. So it's been
good.
It's been good. It's been, I feel like I remember in church a couple of years ago, they had this whole series about like this double railed life-ish. I don't know what they call it, rail, whatever. And it was like, you have these 2 rails, right? And it's like hard and like awesome and joy. And they can both be at the same time. And I feel like that's really how it's been. Like there's been hard days, there's been really good times. Like we found a great church, so different than our church at home, but it's a great church.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people are so kind and welcoming. And like that is India to a T. Like people are so kind and welcoming, but it's still like it's loud, it's noisy, we're homesick, it's dirty in some places. Like there's still things that are hard.
You say it's loud, and it is, but like the honking and stuff, I think I've almost tuned it out already. In fact, we were at IKEA getting coffee the other day, or we were getting groceries, but we were actually at the coffee shop. She needed coffee.
Groceries.
You're right. Whatever, that's crap. Let's just call it crap.
Home goods.
Crappy goods. Anyways, we're in the coffee shop. Bailey wanted a coffee, so I'm like trying to get everything bagged up. Then we come home, and she's like, "Did you see that guy go out the wrong door?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Did you hear all the alarms going off?" I have no idea what you're talking about.
Literally in a cafe, and there are alarms blaring because he opened
It's like
the
the
alarm
safety
door.
alarm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This man didn't even notice.
Yeah, sounds are gone anymore. But all right, so we've been taking a bunch of videos and pictures.
Yeah, so we're gonna just roll it and talk over it.
But I want to give Kinley some credit here. So she's
Oh, yeah.
the one that's been putting. We capture everything. She's been capturing stuff as well, and then she's throwing it into video for us. So we're just gonna show that to you, and we'll explain some
Okay.
things as we go. Yeah. So here we go. Push play on that. Yeah. So starting out at the airport, and there's us trying to get all of our luggage on those little carry-ons. It's a picture of most of our large luggage. I don't even think that's all of them
No,
actually.
that's like half.
So you can see our train of crew pushing. Sad day all around.
I was literally on the way to the airport. I was already crying. Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to watch some of these.
pops.
Dave's like, "What's going on?"
There's our
But there's
train
one
trying to
all
get
the way down
through.
the terminal.
Yeah. There's on the way to security. So this is what I was saying. Like, it's just too much for all of us to handle.
Yeah.
Turned out it was great, but
They had their iPads. Had good times.
here's the baby bassinet. So it clips on the wall, but you have to call in to get it requested. So she would play in it and then she would lay down and sleep. It worked out so good.
There's 2 or 3 other babies up there. Actually, you know, if you can hear the baby in this one, it's not ours. That's actually another baby on the plane. That was Bailey's sleeping. The other kids are all sleeping there. And the other kids are sleeping, which means I'm the one awake taking videos. What the heck?
Rarely were you awake.
Everybody's finally awake. We're about there.
The 15 and a half hours, like, it's no joke. Like, it's a long flight.
Everybody did well, and you can see there's India. First time most of them have been here. So thought we were excited to be here, and then we had to go through customs, and we were exhausted. So this is our first ride back.
So we're in Mumbai now.
Yeah, our kids are so excited to see all those tuk-tuks and just all the people, all the honking. They were
It
just
was so
fascinated by
cute
it.
to like watch, but jet lag.
Joe like hit a couple of those kids right away.
They were out.
So that's Lena, our house helper. She was at our house. She had supper. You'll see here in a second.
Look, do you see what's on
For
it?
us.
And you see the backgrounds of couches and stuff. So we had
That's
a
so
lot of
cool. What do you
furniture
say?
delivered from IKEA, and then 2 carpenters showed up and put it all together for us. So we had beds and couches and a table, no chairs.
She made butter chicken, and if you don't know me, that's my favorite Indian meal, and it was delicious. She actually just made it again last week again.
So here we are, finally heading out to see our apartment complex the next day.
So that's the cricket field right here to the left. Not open yet because monsoon season they close it, so it should be open in about a month.
And here's the first few days of just luggage, chaos.
That's me sleeping in the background, Bailey eating a beef stick. Hashtag jet lag.
And then we went out for breakfast on day 2.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, we gotta explore.
Sausage cafe.
Yeah, that much breakfast food. This place,
Avocado and egg bagel sandwich, so good.
yeah, totally revived us. And then Easton actually is taking an art class here in our complex.
Yeah, Tatum had a little time. Took the
And the
kids to the
market.
market. So you can see these are all like just little stores in this little
This is
area.
grocery shopping, literally. So everyone has their, this is the chicken guy, he goes in live.
Fish market, they have
तुला 500 सांगायला पाहिजे होते बा.
laying
तुम्ही
shark
सांगणार मी
fin.
देणार काय मला मी द्या दिसते काय तोंडावर कसं
Freezes it, and then we pull one out, and then
That's
the
the
beef
beef
guy,
store.
which beef not a lot of Indians eat for the religious reasons.
So we came back and it was late, so we decided to get a little home food, a little KFC. And if you don't know, it's better here.
It is spicy. It's in KFC.
And then we also had a little Starbucks, which is actually just out our window. So that's kids
So
hanging
we're
out
on the
at night.
10th
That's our
floor
view.
of 76. It's outside of our apartment back. Not typically they go to some games. We're trying to really incorporate fun. And then this is church. So Sunday school outside in this hall. It's literally 100% humidity and 90 degrees every day here. Receiving help. Here wants to try to pull potato.
Very good. So that's after church.
Yeah, our
we
first tech
tucked
deck
in.
ride. We have to take 2
I think we felt it. I think we should try something.
Anyway, the kids were super pumped to
So-
try these out.
We got an our tuck about 5 minutes before Bailey got hers, and we met at the restaurant at the same spot at the same time because our guy had no idea where he was going. I was like, oh, you got to go right here, left here, right. It's like, where's your have at? Yeah, all the kids just get to enjoy it the first time. Maybe the last time for a while. They're super bumpy and just chaotic. So that was it. That was our Sunday. That was the first
Yeah.
week.
So that is week 1. And we're almost through with week 2. So we'll get that video up. And if you have questions, let us know. If you enjoy these, let us know. If the video is at the end is helpful, let us know. But week 1, the Kings, Adventure Kings in India, like it's hard, but it's good. And yeah, we appreciate so many texts and Instagram and Facebook messages saying you're praying for us and wishing us the best and such kind words. Just know that like they really, for me especially, like they made me through. They helped me through week 1 in a big way. So we appreciate you guys, and make sure you subscribe so you can get updates when the next one comes out. And if you think this is enjoyable or interesting, share it with any friends. This is public, so we're happy to have more followers and entertain more
Yeah,
people.
please reach out though with any questions. Like, if you want to see a video on something, like, we'd love to do it. Our kids are loving to try and videotape everything they can. So if they have a mission, it'll be even better for them.
All right, y'all. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Come and join us as we roam. We're taking our 6 kids and leaving home. We're the Adventure Kings.